Well, hi guys. Just put a message up asking if anyone wanted to see how to pluck and dress a pheasant. A lot of you said yes, so I thought I'd do a quick video just to show you how I do it. First thing I'm going to say, most importantly, this all starts literally as the bird leaves the chute. The amount of people that come up to me and ask me to dress birds that they've been given, and I pluck them. They're green, they're sweaty, they've got maggots, they've got fly eggs. They haven't been looked after. People have got to look after their game. What you want to do, once you get your bird from your chute, don't put it in a plastic bag when you drive home with it. Put it on the footwell of your car or somewhere so that it doesn't heat up, especially if you've got more, one or two or three or four. If you put them in a big bag or just chucked on top of one another, they'll heat up, they'll go green, they're ruined. Then if you're going to pluck them when you first get home, that's brilliant. What I like to do, I put them in the fridge overnight or for a couple of days, and then I actually take them out, warm them up for about 4 to 6 hours, because that actually then makes the fat, warms the fat up a bit, and it makes them a lot easier to pluck and helps prevent any sort of tearing of the skin. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to put that into that. First of all, what you want to do, a nice cockbird here, get your pheasant out, get the tail feathers out, just grab up near the arse of it, give it a twist, and that comes straight off. Then get your wings, hold it round in the head, so you got like that. The reason for doing that is it pulls the skin tight and again helps to prevent tearing the skin as you're plucking it. And then you literally just pull the feathers like that. Don't get huge bunches of them in one go, because you'll just tear the skin again. You've got two layers of fat which run around the breast here and here. That's your most likely place to tear the skin, so just be careful there. You can see them here, they're the big feathers. Just be careful with those. Take your time. Once you've got those bits off, the rest of them come out pretty easily. Bring those round, all the way around. It's a bit of a messy job. Have a bag or there's a bin next to you. Anyway, keep going all the way around the bird. If you want to do the wings, again, I tend to just pluck to the first joint. It's just easier. If you want to pluck the whole wing, you can. That's not a problem. What I'll do is I'll get him finished off and then I'll show you the gutting method. Right, here we go. This is what your bird will look like once you go to pluck. Nice and plucked. Beautiful. You always got a bit of shot on there, but that's a lovely, lovely pheasant. Right, first things first. If you've got a cleaver or something heavy, I'll tilt this down so you can see what I'm doing. Then I use a knife and I just literally ring off. If you don't have a heavy knife like that, it's just as easy. With a just normal knife, run through that joint there, then literally just break it back. That also actually leaves a nice joint on that wing, so that's just a quicker way, but that's a bit of a prettier way, and you can just tie that up. Now, I've seen a lot of people they just literally chop the leg off here, and it, one, looks untidy, but two, the way that pheasant bones are, they're actually quite brittle, they splinter, actually really not very nice. If you want to eat, when you want to be able to eat that, you don't want to be picking bits of bone out your mouth. So again, there's a couple of ways of doing this. It takes a bit longer, but this is where a lot of people like to do it. The joint's just here. You've got tendons running up the front and the back. So what you want to do is just run your knife around like that, just cutting them, and then twist it like that, and then just give it a yank, and that pulls those tendons out. Ends up with that. It looks alright, it's nice, but a quicker way of doing it, and actually I don't think it makes any difference, is if you get your knife and again, in the joint here, the knife will just will sit on that joint, and you literally, on there, just, because I won't be able to do it now, literally just run your knife like that. And that end comes off like that, lovely and clean, no sharp edges, beautiful, it looks perfect. So now we've got to take his head off, take his crop out, and then get the guts out. So with the head, the best way is to get your knife. You run your knife just in line with the top of his wings. So it's like that. You then, just on the hard surface, just crack down. So that's broken the neck there. It's nice and far back. And the way to get the crop out is you just, with your thumb, pull that forward. And this finger, just be careful here, because you can, the wishbone can be quite sharp and you can jab it into your finger and that's sore. I've done it plenty of times. But you just want to hook round the all the crop and basically the windpipe and the food pipe there. And then once you've done that, you can just pull that and then pull it out. And that then removes all the crop, and then with your knife, just take that off. That then allows you to put him nice and tidy like that. Right, now to get the guts out of him. You literally, with your knife, in here, like that, open him up like that, and you can, if you want, the way I do it, just nick with the knife there, which allows you to now slide all the guts out. These two fingers up in there, make sure you get right up in it. Again, watching for broken bones, and you then just want to get it behind the heart, and then that all comes out and leaves that beautiful and clean in there. And the last stage is just to knock the parson's nose off, which is the end of your knife, just that little tiny bit there, the butthole of it. Clean that off. So that's just like that. That's all totally clean in there now, nothing left. And there you have it. It's an oven ready pheasant. You tuck the feathers, the legs in nice and tidily. Put that bit of fat that's there over the top of him. And there we go. Beautiful. If anyone has any questions about this, please feel free to comment and ask me, and I'll do my best to answer. Or if anybody wants to me to show them any other butchery methods, either game birds or venison, breaking down haunches, anything like that, or breasting out birds, de-legging birds, anything like that, put a comment on there and I'll be happy to put another video up. Hope that's been useful for you, and yeah, good luck, happy shooting.